There is a woman I want you to think about. You have met her, or someone like her. She is not the loudest person in the room. She is not the most expensively dressed. She does not have the most impressive title in the conversation. But when she speaks, something happens. The room adjusts. People listen differently. Her words land with a weight that has nothing to do with volume. And if you paid close attention, which I always do, you would notice that it is not just what she says. It is what she never says. The words she does not reach for. The phrases she has quietly removed from her vocabulary, so completely and so long ago that their absence is no longer an effort. It is simply who she is. This video is for the woman who knows her vocabulary matters and has never been told exactly where it is failing her. The woman who speaks well, genuinely well, and still occasionally walks away from a conversation feeling like her words did not quite represent her, like something came out slightly smaller than what she meant. Because language is not neutral. Every word you choose is a signal, and some of the words most of us use daily, casually, automatically, without thinking, are quietly undermining the impression we are working hard to build everywhere else. I'm Isabel Vargas. Welcome back to Madre, or welcome for the first time. This channel exists for one kind of woman, the one who is done settling for ordinary. Subscribe right now if you are new. You belong here. Now, the 8. 1. Sorry, used as punctuation. I want to tell you about a meeting I observed a few years ago. A senior woman at a consulting firm in New York, sharp, prepared, genuinely the most informed person in that room, opened her first contribution with, "Sorry, I just wanted to add." She was not sorry. She had nothing to apologize for. She had been invited specifically to contribute. And yet the word came out automatically, reflexively, before the thought she had actually prepared. And in that single syllable, before anyone had processed what she was about to say, she had already signaled something the room did not forget for the rest of that meeting. Researchers at Brock University studying apology frequency found that women apologize significantly more often than men in professional settings. Not because they commit more errors, but because they have a lower threshold for what they perceive as requiring an apology. The result is a chronic dilution of their presence in rooms where presence is currency. Elegant women do not remove apology from their vocabulary. They reserve it for situations that have actually caused harm. When an apology is genuinely owed, they say it fully and without qualification. I apologize. That was my error. What they never say is sorry as a preamble, as a softener, as a price paid for the right to speak. Instead of sorry, can I just, they say, I want to add something here. Clean, direct, no apology required. This is the kind of language work that lives inside a larger internal shift, the one the Undeniables blueprint was built around. 30 days, 4 phases, 70 pages. The complete curriculum for the woman who is done shrinking in rooms that should be receiving her fully. It is $47. It is linked as the first thing in the description below and can also be accessed by scanning the QR code on your screen right now. And if this is the work you know you need, that is where it lives. Go get it. Over 50 women are already using the program since it launched on the 1st of April. I'll be waiting to meet you inside. Now, back to the list. 2. Does that make sense? Every time you end an explanation with, "Does that make sense?" you are doing 2 things simultaneously. You are undermining the clarity of what you just said, implying it may not have been clear. And you are asking the other person to evaluate your communication rather than your idea. The women I have watched hold rooms, a corporate attorney I know who made partner at 36, a woman on 4 boards who speaks with a precision I have studied for years, never ask if they made sense. They made sense. They knew it before they began. If clarification is needed, the other person will ask. And if they do, the response is generous and unhurried. Let me put it another way. Not defensive, not apologetic, simply clearer. Instead of, "Does that make sense?" they say nothing. They let the thought land. Or if they want engagement, they ask a specific question, "Where do you want to start?" Or "What is your read on that?" Forward-facing, not self-evaluating. 3, I feel like as a substitute for I think. This one is subtle and it is costly. When you begin an opinion with I feel like, you have categorized what you are about to say as an emotion rather than a position. And in rooms where positions are what matter, business conversations, negotiations, any setting where your judgment is being assessed. Leading with feeling rather than thinking quietly signals that what follows is personal rather than considered. A woman I know, a founder who has raised 2 significant rounds of funding, told me she spent 6 months removing this phrase entirely from her professional vocabulary after a mentor pointed it out to her. She said the shift in how investors received her in pitch meetings was immediate and measurable. Instead of, "I feel like this approach is stronger," they say, "This approach is stronger. Here is why." Opinion stated as position, followed by reasoning. No apology for having a view. 4. Honestly and to be honest. The moment you preface a statement with honestly or to be honest, you have implied, however unintentionally, that your previous statements may not have been. It is a filler phrase. Most people use it as an emphasis marker, not a truth signal. But the subtext it carries is damaging in rooms where credibility is everything. Elegant women do not announce their honesty. They are simply honest, consistently, without prefacing it. The woman whose every word is reliable does not need to flag the moments when she is being particularly real. Her baseline is real. Instead of "honestly, I think this is the wrong direction," they say, "This is the wrong direction." The conviction is in the statement. It does not need a preamble. 5. I just wanted to check in. I was just thinking. I just had a quick question. Just. This word inserted before almost any action or thought miniaturizes it. It signals that what you are about to say is small, that you are aware it may be an imposition, that you are pre-apologizing for taking up conversational space. It is the verbal equivalent of the physical contraction I described in a recent video, the shrinking before you have even begun. A maitre I know at a property in Burgundy, a man who has spent 30 years observing how people communicate, told me once that he could identify a guest's confidence level entirely from how they made a request. The guests who said, "I was just wondering if possibly," received a different quality of attention than the ones who said, "I would like." The request was identical. The signal was entirely different. Instead of, "I just wanted to check in on the proposal," they say, "I am following up on the proposal." Present tense, direct, no minimization. 6. No worries. This one surprises people, but hear me out. When someone thanks you for something, your time, your help, your work, and you respond with "no worries," you have done something that sounds generous but actually undermines the value of what you gave. You have retroactively categorized your contribution as something that required no effort and cost nothing, which may feel humble, but it signals something closer to careless. The women I have watched receive gratitude at the highest level do not deflect it. They receive it, graciously, warmly, completely. And their response honors both the gesture and their own contribution. Instead of "no worries," they say, "It was my pleasure," or simply "of course." Both receive the gratitude without deflecting it. Both signal a woman who takes her contributions seriously enough not to dismiss them. 7. Filler sounds used as thinking time. Like, you know. This is not about perfection. Everyone pauses to think. The distinction is in how the pause is taken. Filler sounds, sort of inserted into speech as thinking time do not make you sound more natural. They make you sound less certain. Research from the University of Michigan on speech fluency and perceived competence found that listeners consistently rated speakers with frequent filler sounds as less intelligent and less authoritative than speakers who use silence instead, even when the content of what they said was identical. Elegant women use silence. When they need a moment to think, they take it, quietly, unhurriedly, without filling the space with sound. The pause, held with composure, signals that what is coming was worth waiting for. Instead of, I think what I'm trying to say is, they pause, they think, they say what they mean. 8. I don't know if this is relevant, but if you did not believe it was relevant, you would not be saying it. This phrase is a preemptive defense against judgment, a way of distancing yourself from your own contribution before anyone else has the chance to. And it signals more clearly than almost anything else that you do not yet fully trust your own instincts in rooms. The women who command rooms trust what they bring to them. When they speak, they have already made the decision that what they are about to say belongs in the conversation. They do not preface it with doubt. They do not seek permission to contribute before contributing. Instead of, I don't know if this is relevant, but they say, something worth considering, and then they say it, directly, completely, without apology. Your assignment, for the next 7 days, choose 2 phrases from this list and remove them entirely from your vocabulary. Not some of the time, completely. Notice what the silence or the replacement costs you, and notice what it gives back. Come back and tell me which 2 you chose and what changed. I read every single one. Until next time, you are not here by accident. You are an undeniable. Act like it. Isabel.